Being it's the hour, not are you going?
Yes, keep going.
Being it's the hour 9 o'clock, call this meeting to order and have roll call.
Hess,
Here.
Bobbitt,
Here.
Stinson.
Here.
I'm not seeing the thing moving. Let me.
Is it not working?
Do you mind asking Nancy them to check to make sure it's working?
It doesn't have green. It has that blue, doesn't it? Are we online?
What do you look for up there?
Well, they switched.
Yeah, it used to be. See where that blue deal is?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be there. I thought it would be red if it was off and
No,
green if it was on. I don't know what
Well, there's
blue.
a green.
Kind of pulses the.
Oh, you
thing
mean the
pulse-
box itself, the soft button will be green?
Well, like right here, it's green, and then this will pulse as people talk.
Gotcha. Okay.
It says stop stream. No, I don't want to stop streaming.
We live stream our
Yeah.
meetings,
Random.
and then
It's over there.
they're archived on our website, so anybody can look at them at any time. And is that mic down there not on?
No, this one is shut. Oh, no, that one's not plugged in. I wonder if that might be the problem. We're trying to figure out if we're not on. We're not on. Okay. Oh, now did that do it? Oh no.
I don't see
That
it show.
doohickey doesn't move on the bottom. That doohickey needs to move.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about just a minute ago.
That's how much.
Are we
I know
okay
about
now? Okay, he says we're good now.
it. Oh, good.
Okay, means that we're down to item 3. Cindy, would you lead us in a word of prayer, please? Cindy Bobbitt.
Please bow your head. Dear Lord, as we gather here today, we are very thankful for all the many blessings that you have bestowed upon us, dear Lord, and for the many things that you do for us, that we gather here today to do the work before us, and I ask that you be with us as we open our hearts and still them, and that we can let you come in and we can listen to you for your guidance, dear Lord, as we do our work today. We thank you for our new Commissioner, Steve, that you will be with him and give him the guidance and directions, as well as each and every one of us. I ask that you be with our President, our Congressmen, our Senators, and all of those that serve in public office, dear Lord, again, that they serve for you, dear Lord, because we are one nation under God, and it's because of you that we are here to do this work, and we dedicate it to you, and we hope you find it pleasing in all that we say and do. I ask this all in the precious name. Amen.
Amen. If you'll stand, we'll have the flag salute. Salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I acknowledge that the agenda was properly posted in accordance to the Open Meeting Act.
Okay. Item 5, discussion and take action on the following agenda items. Item A, we have appointment of Steve Stinson, Commissioner for District 3 to the Board of County Commissioners as a member. And we went upstairs and he was sworn in, so that's taken care of. Item B.
Do you want to sign this and where I can, showing that he was appointed to the board?
Yes, that'd be fine.
I didn't know if we had to have one or not, so I made one up. So here's copies if anyone wants a copy.
I would make a motion to sign the appointment of Steve Stinson to the Board of County Commissioners.
A second.
Been moved and it's been seconded. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Bobbitt,
Aye.
Stinson. I gotta get used to this, but does he
Aye.
abstain?
No,
Or can he- okay.
he's officially sworn in.
Okay, okay, all right.
He's official.
Thank you.
Do you want one or?
Just one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just a copy if you want. Oh,
Okay.
I must have made an extra.
Thank you. I want one of those, please. Thank you. Okay, item B, designation of Steve Stinson as a requisitioning officer for the Commissioner's Office at D1, D2, and D3, and we usually put the commissioners on each office. So if you're not here, Cindy and I can sign it. If Cindy's not here, you and I could sign it, or
Okay.
vice versa.
Understand.
So, Commissioner's Office, Economic Development Authority, and Equalization and Excise Board, and General Government.
I make a motion to designate Steve Stinson for the D123 Commissioner's Office, Economic Development Authority, the Equalization and Excise Board, and General Government Requisitioning Office.
I will second that motion. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Bobbit,
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
Motion carried.
And these are the boards that that prior commissioners served. We divide all the boards up, so
Right.
this is what you. This is it.
This is what you get.
I was reading this to my
Here's a
wife
copy
the
of
other night.
here's a
Look at all
copy.
these boards that I'm looking
I
at.
didn't need them all of them.
I was reading them off and I said, oh my gosh. I deserve a curtsy.
There you go.
Them's all the things that they don't tell you when you run for the office.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And you cannot serve as requisitioning and receiving. So you can requisition to spend money, but if they bring stuff to your shop, you can't accept the receiving. Someone else has to accept that.
Gotcha.
That's our checks and balances.
Do we?
Oh, that's just, I was
Okay.
verifying that's how he had
Okay.
signing.
Thank you. Item C, appointment of Steve Stinson, Commissioner, District 3 to the Grant County Health
Those are copies.
Department Board, Northwest
Copies.
Workforce, Northwest Alliance, Community Development Support Authority Board, CDSA, and BOCC representative for Grant County Hazardous Mitigation Plan through NODA, BOCC representative for Grant County Fair Board meetings.
I'd make a motion to appoint Steve Stinson to the Grant County Health Board, to the Northwest Workforce, the Northwest Alliance, the Community Development Support Authority Board, as the Board of County Commissioners representative to the Grant County Hazardous Mitigation Plan through NODA, and the Board of County Commissioners representative for Grant County Fair Board meetings.
I will second that motion. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Bobbit,
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
Motion carried.
So Cindy, you'll need to notify them to get him on their email list.
Yeah, I double checked. I told Desiree that we were working on it, and so I'll get with Darlene as well and get with the health
And
board.
get
and
with
I'll get
her
a
to
hold of the
set up
others
when
as
the
well.
meetings are, so you
Okay.
can get a list of when they are to get them in your planner.
Sure.
Okay, item 6, comments from the public on the below agenda items.
None.
Okay. Item 7, discussion and take possible action on the following agenda items. Item A, minutes for the April 1st, 2019 and April 4th, 2019 regular meetings. Does anybody have any changes that they would like to see made?
I'm good.
I didn't see anyone that read them.
Uh,
Want me a motion? Can I
Yes.
do that?
Yep, you can.
All right, I move that we accept the meetings April 1st, 2019 and April 4th, 2019 regular meetings.
I'll second that.
Okay, it's been moved and it's been seconded. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Bobbit,
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you. Item B, transfers of appropriations. Okay. Okay, the first one is for the clerk's office from M&O for $200. down to the clerk's travel for $200.
Mindy went to purchasing class.
Okay.
Now that would have been out of her purchasing.
She'd already done the PO out of that. So do I need? Alex had already done the PO.
But
guess.
her budget is
So if it's,
her budget
if it doesn't
is
have to do with
well
with
then
preservation.
does she have a budget in preservation for travel?
We looked, but I don't know what it's like if there was enough in there. I'm not sure why she took it out of that instead of.
can, but she had a budget. I mean,
Hello.
the thing is
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. The thing is,
that usually you have a budget for travel, and that's
That's
what you're
always-
supposed
yeah,
to what you're
yeah.
supposed to use. But
is Alex there? Okay. Could you get her on the phone, please? Okay. I think we just had like.
what is the? I don't. What is the?
On Mindy's travel? Did we not have
005.
sufficient funds in the preservation travel?
Yeah, but I meant
Take it out of
the.
that?
COA.
Gotcha.
Oh, there's not a I thought we set up a preservation travel.
Well, what-
Did we not? Oh, there's a recording travel.
Recording.
But there's nothing in there because we'd already used it. Okay, she said there was only $1 in the
We didn't put her. Okay, so I guess then it'll have to come out of yours.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, bye bye. So we'll just I'll know to.
Yeah, recording. No, we have $500 set up in recording. Oh, okay. Wait. Yeah. We have $500.
We just spent it already.
Yeah, I think we've heard. Hi. Can you look at the transactions? So there should have been 500. Have we already spent that out of the recording travel? Okay, now say that again. Where did the 249 go? Actually there was
Here it is.
on the budget.
Right here is what is approved by the excise board.
Yeah, the
right here.
excise board approved $500. We'll check on it. Okay, all right. Thank you. Okay, bye bye. We can hold that one, and then we'll just wait and pay her whenever.
Okay.
So if the PO comes through on her, we just need to hold that out. Because I want.
If she's already at school, she's already gone to school.
She's already gone.
To school. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to hold that?
Yeah, let's hold it because I want to. It needs to come out of the right account.
Because that helps you know for next year what
Yeah,
your estimate of needs are. If you
Yeah.
if you start taking money out of different things, you don't know.
Then it gets harder to figure it
out
out.
what you need. Right.
Okay, the next one is for M&O for the ESA. From M&O to capital outlay for the purchase of that pickup. We, I guess, had gotten the tag and the title changed over on that vehicle, but we haven't paid for the pickup yet.
And that was
How
off
do
the
you do that?
statewide bid.
That's pretty
Yes.
pretty interesting.
That was off
Man,
the
how long
statewide
we do
bid.
Yeah. So it's
For
51,000.
$51,984.
Yeah, that would be over other one. Is that the only one?
No.
Okay.
Well, there's Lamont Fire Department for, and Jim Aldridge has signed this, 47-19. They're moving $169,672.91 from M&O to capital outlay to pay for their phase. And I take it that zeros that account, right?
No, they're
Okay, they had the 265. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
But Jim did say when I
He-
met up with him yesterday to sign off on that they should be getting close to. So what I will do, I told Max I will do the same thing like I've done on those others and create a spreadsheet to show where we're at on that.
Shows the
Okay.
payments and where we're at.
That's
and-
payment number 9.
Okay.
It has the paperwork here.
Their money comes in once a month, and it all goes to M&O, and then as they're building their building, then we keep track of it. We put it down to capital outlay to pay the bills, and same thing on the emergency manager. This is sales tax money, and they get 1/12. Each one of these get 1/12, and so that's what they're doing. So they're
Except the
moving-
fairgrounds,
Yeah, it
and they
gets
get
a
a quarter.
They
Sure.
get
Yes.
a quarter cent. They get
Yeah.
1/12 of a cent. So.
And then there's another one.
That's the construction manager fee for that invoice. For payment number 9.
Okay, that must have the 11,000 off of it, because this is 11,000 more than what that.
Oh, I did that one first. I'm sorry.
Yeah, backwards, so
Yeah.
that's okay. As long as we got the paperwork.
I'd make a motion to approve the transfer of appropriations for the ESA, moving from M&O to capital outlay, $51,984. Lamont Fire Department, $169,672.91 from M&O to capital outlay, and Lamont Fire Department, $11,028.74 from M&O to capital outlay.
A second.
Okay, it's been moved and it's been seconded. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Bobbit,
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, item C, review of purchase orders and travel claims.
I'd move to review purchase orders and travel claims.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. It's been moved and been seconded to review purchase order and travel claims. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Bobbit,
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
But you'll be sure and pull that one out. There's probably one.
You probably, I don't know how cities are,
From Indy.
but on our county,
Should
they
be in
have
the
to get a,
general
this is a requisitioning,
fund.
there's
Is
a
this general?
requisitioning
No,
officer,
but
this is
I
where we
didn't see it over
sign.
here.
So whoever's
Okay.
requisitioning it, public health is the
Or I can look
right.
through the pile if you want.
And then
me
it
to.
Okay.
goes to the
These
purchasing
are already
agent, she
signed.
does
Okay,
all
well,
these,
I'll
you
pull
come
it out
before
and then
you
we'll
ever buy
cancel.
anything,
Okay,
you have
thank
to have
you.
this in place.
Right.
Then once the
I was gonna say,
service
just
is
don't- so it
provided,
didn't get
then
in.
all
Oh,
the
gotcha,
documentation, a
gotcha.
receiving report, and all the documentation. Utilities do not have to be prior to, because we don't know
Right,
what they're
what they're
gonna
gonna be,
be.
exactly.
But if you're gonna go out and buy greater blades, or you know what they're gonna be, so you have to get that first. So we are looking, as we're going through these, we're going to look to make sure everything has been signed.
Okay.
The amounts are correct. So they got this for
I'm pulling
$500,
here.
but it's
It's not
only
gonna go anywhere with one
$297. So
signature anyway.
the bill, they're
Right,
taking
just
that off.
keep it.
So the bill should be $202.06. So we know that.
Right.
And usually we'll check a date
Thank you.
that since it's utilities, we don't. And make sure it's got a receiving report. So then we sign off on those, and we have them in folders for each deal. And what I was going to do is I will pass this folder, and then I'm going to tell you when I get to the last one, and then we'll change folders. And if you've got any questions on
Okay.
anything, because when we get to blankets, it'll be something else.
Okay.
50%, $1, where we took out $249, so we only took $100.
Oh, okay. I didn't take it. Okay.
That's the budget, and then that's the ledger detail from the treasurer's office.
Oh, okay.
This is the receiving item.
Yep, that's the receiving, and we have to make sure that, it's signed by the receipt. Sometimes the delivery is not available if it comes in the mail, but our utilities, you're not going to be able to get something.
Okay.
So some of it's going to be not, but it has to have
Well, let me
one,
get the budget.
and then just make sure it matches up.
I'm not sure.
See the budget broken.
The budget, yeah, that right there.
I thought thought we were tabling this, right? They're tabling this until you get your documentation.
But if this is the case, then we should be able just to
That's
do
the
the PO
last
and
of
not have
that
to do a
one.
Okay.
transfer. I have the PO.
Are you saying that you still have money in that account?
Yeah, there should have been $500 according to the budget. Are we on, that's 1718. Is that right? C,
Your previous budget, you had 500. Your previous budget you did, and then you had 250 that you were given on the first movement.
And it was
What was the expenditures out of it? I'll be glad to look at it after the
Okay.
meeting.
Okay.
Do you want me to keep this so I can look at it in my
Well,
office?
let me, I'll make you a copy and then I'll bring it to you after the meeting.
That's the last one in that folder. You know, on this one, they stamped it when it was received, so they don't have an actual receiving report, and they can do that on utilities.
Gotcha.
So
That's
that
what
one's,
kind of
that
we're
one,
talking
yeah.
about.
Some of them are a little bit different. This will be a new folder. That's it on
This is
that.
the only one?
That's a single one, yes. Start a new folder.
I wonder why they made two bills. You know, one says duplicate 2 for that Stevens Ford. See, it said 2 separate bills, same vehicle, same day. And you look back here, and they are March the 5th, both of them. One's that ticket number.
Oh, did they do some add-ons like a spray-in bed liner and?
No, this is an air conditioning compressor, and then the one's mount tires and battery.
Oh, I bet
And
that
then
maybe they got a
there's
tire
a
shop
sheet.
and maybe they have a AC shop or something. That one's a little bit different because it's going to have various vendors because it came through someone made a donation to the Junior Livestock Show exhibitors. They gave one to the county, and then we had to write each individual checks out to them. That'll be the end of that folder. And these are what we call blankets. So like we buy fuel all month long, and so we just get one blanket at the beginning saying this is for the emergency manager. They're gonna guess they might need $250 if they need to go to the co-op and get fuel or have a flat tire or something. And then all month long they can buy and do whatever they need to do but then it just is paid one time at the end of the month. But it takes extra signatures on it as well for whoever the requisitioning has to sign off as that was properly, all the money was properly spent. So that's a single one in that folder. Just one in that one. Okay, these are going to go in this folder. There's going to be a bunch of these. Yeah, these are going to go on there. This up here kind of tells you what account. These are going to be out of our county general. This is we're doing a bunch of renovations. We put a new roof on windows. We're doing a bunch of work, and so that's coming out of that part of that renovation. So what they decided was wrong with the elevator? It was just need greased?
I'm not really sure. I know they found some piece, Scott come carrying in some piece that had fallen off and something to do with the sensors and something. And he told me, but I didn't absorb everything he said.
Okay, now we have two bills, $3.99 and $387.46.
Is it on the elevator?
Yeah, one's dated 3/25 and one's dated 4/1. Is this our maintenance M&O, maybe? Our quarterly? This says bronze, oil, and grease only. And that one says bronze, oil, and grease only. Okay, this is our quarterly maintenance call. Okay, too bad we couldn't have done that all at once. That will be the last one in that box, in that folder. Those are all for that folder.
Scott, that AT&T deal's kind of working out pretty good. Those new tires and stuff, or you really haven't probably seen any difference yet until there's an emergency, huh?
We'll be
Because
having our coverage still very spotty out west.
Is it? Huh?
When did they get them online?
It hadn't been too long ago.
I guess I can go back out and recheck.
Yeah, that was the whole point of it, wasn't it? I remember
I
when
think because they
you guys
all-
had brought it up to Pond Creek, that was the whole point. You weren't going to lose reception anywhere, especially in emergencies.
Oh, the first net?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they said it'd be, what, a year or 18 months before we got full coverage, because I know, Max, you don't have it. I don't have it up there by the
Right.
Renfro area in the corner. Very spotty.
There's
where I
probably a
live,
lot of
that's
bugs.
it, and this is starting the next one.
Bugs out there.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good deal if it works.
Yeah. They were, so on this one, she's got an explanation that says there's two separate bills here because they have two different invoices, but it was same day service, same vehicle. For some reason, they just gave us two bills because we can't, what they call splitting of POs, you can't do that.
Right.
So that's, we have to just document why there's two bills, but it was the same day. Well, Max, you got the PO prior to the pickup,
Yeah.
but how did you not have the money in there?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
How we
That's a
did.
good,
That's a good question. And when Kurt called me about it, I thought, well, you know, I wasn't sure whether the bill come to the clerk's office or to the commissioner's office, you know. But we got the tag and title and got all that done before we got that processed. But Kurt sent, because I wanted him to make sure that he had the documentation for the state bid
Right.
in his documentation. And he said, I did have it. He said, Max, he said, they had to have the documentation because they've got the title already switched over. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah, why would they give you a title before you paid for it?
Exactly.
That's just good business.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. And he didn't either, outside of he said, well, they don't have it. I'm resending it. I said,
On
okay.
this one, we
I don't know
911 dispatchers
who
out of
dropped the
Woods.
ball, but we'll
we
get her taken
partnership
care of.
with them, and all we pay, it's a very good deal, is the money that we collect off the 911 fees. We don't add anything else to it. They pick up the rest of everything else. So like last month, we've collected $5,626.42. So we'll just turn around and send that to Woods County to help fund it.
Absolutely, okay.
That'll be the last of those.
Bird?
A bird, I'm sure.
Coming after you, Penny.
My windows aren't clean enough for a bird to know. They know.
He was probably going for my bald head. I'm pretty sure.
Saw
yeah.
that shine.
Oh,
coming
what's
off
that? Pow!
So you say we need some powder on there?
We might, just for this bird's sake, we might want to keep a little pallet of powder in here for my head.
Well, it's kind of funny that you had told us about that upstairs, and then
And then the bird bangs
Yeah. Boy, or shut the blinds.
your
or something.
side too.
That's the last of those, and we'll start a new folder. That'll be the last one to go in that folder.
wow, a blanket
There you go.
that you signed.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the 250 4H water bottles at $2.69? What is that? Do you have any idea what they're doing with that?
No.
What is that? Probably a deal they probably give out prizes and things like that, I would imagine.
250 of them?
Yeah.
250? That's a lot. I don't know.
I mean, if I was to
Yeah.
guess, I'm sure that's what it is. And that may last them a few years. Yeah.
Yeah. And these two go in that one as well. That will be the last one for that folder.
I wish we had an OU extension office too. That'd be
You probably wouldn't fund it.
It would be in the laboratory somewhere, I'm sure. Or a Nebraska extension office too. Okay? Scott? I mean, we could just make one. It could be the broom closet over there or something. Get a sticker for that. It says OU Extension Office over the bathroom. I mean, that would not. I wouldn't like that, but I mean, a lot of people around here would.
You caught up.
I did, Max. I caught up with you.
How did you do that?
Because you know what cup Max usually drinks his coffee out of is an OU cup.
Attaboy, Max.
I'm in the minority now.
Oh.
I'm in the minority.
Well, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Why would you do that?
See, got my orange on. Wore it just for Steve today. I knew it was
Oh,
gonna
don't worry. I'm used to it. Around here, you have to be used to it.
Yeah.
Hello, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, the road districts get to be thicker files.
Did you see the Did you see the emails going back and forth?
Yes. Yes. Waiting on the sheriff is around this morning. I'll text him when we get close.
Oh, okay.
If there's anything
Okay.
for him.
Those are canceled, so you don't have to sign those. Well, Max, I'll owe you an ink pen. Having to sign all my blankets
Yes,
this
I
month.
know. Man.
Wait a minute, you didn't sign that one.
Hey, I didn't. Missed one. I didn't sign it either place.
You didn't, huh?
No. I wonder why I didn't.
Probably just,
Refused. huh?
yeah.
I know I've been writing this date 4/18 and 19, and I wrote 4/19/8 once.
That's the last one in that folder.
Which, I mean, we want to do in that. I'm sorry. No. So that transfer did not go through and it probably won't go through. No. Yeah. No, that one we just have to come in.
And we have a travel policy on meals. They can spend up to $20 total for a meal. Anything over that's on you or your employee. And the tips are 18%. So, you know, if you go someplace, you can add 18%, but it can only still come up to $20
total.
Yeah, we're probably going to readdress that. We're finding a lot of people have a hard time eating for $20 anymore.
When you're in Oklahoma City, if you go,
at meetings, you know, conferences and stuff.
I could see that.
Different higher up hotels and stuff.
that's when I splurge.
You could at Greasy Steve's.
I let the county pay the 20 and I pay the rest, which is about double.
Scott, you got a lot of cake to eat down there.
That's the last of that one.
Yes, sir.
You better get to it, mister.
This is a new folder, and that'll be the last of that one. And we've got one more folder here. That's all that folder.
Okay.
On these, like blankets, so you'll need to sign off on these. So that he's not here, so you're the
Oh,
requisitioning
gotcha.
officer. So they just need to make sure that everything balances. It's just no different. If for some reason, let's say this was a $700 one and you went to $720, we'd still pay it. We just wouldn't sign off on it that it was followed all the purchasing procedures.
Okay.
But it happens. It does happen. We just try to then the next time to make sure we get more dollars
Get
on
close,
the get more dollars, or make sure you watch it. And we can get blankets every time we have a meeting. We try to get them for 1 month, but if you're hauling a lot of shell and you're getting close to spending that, you can go ahead and get another blanket mid-month. So all of these blankets you'll need to sign and date, in addition to signing the other price.
Here is when I went over, Alex misunderstood me. That was supposed to have been emergency management, not Manchester Fire. And so she changed it for us.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
All right.
over there. And there's another transfer of appropriations for the fair board.
And one of those,
You
the
wanna
one
see
at the
it?
top, you need to
No, I
sign
know, just
too on
waiting
one
on
of
her to
those.
sign.
Okay.
Might be in one of those in there. There it is.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
So this should be Manchester Fire.
Yes, it should be Manchester. No, it should not be Manchester Fire. It should be Emergency Service. I took it over there and she
Oh,
reprinted
so this is
it.
the new one.
That's the new one.
Oh, sorry, I screwed it up. Oh,
That's
well,
all right.
okay.
Yeah. No, it's supposed to be Emergency Management. She had Manchester Fire. When I said Todd, she automatically associated that with Manchester.
Oh, okay.
Well, Todd is the chairman of the.
Are these separate
Yes.
ones?
Yes, they're
yeah,
separate.
Okay. This is the last of that folder.
Them are two over there. Lacey
Okay.
Lacey come in, and
Just sign these.
yes, just signed him. But they need a transfer now to go through with
Go
our
to-
other transfers
Oh,
here.
okay.
I guess Lacey lives here in Medford, and she's driving down there every time to the fairgrounds whenever somebody wants to rent or whatever and stuff. But they're liable to be out of money if they transfer $500 each month. I don't know. Anyway.
Now, can she approve her travel, or should the president? Or who should approve
that's a
that
good
travel?
question.
Who should approve her
Well,
trip? She's the requisitioning and
She shouldn't.
fine. She probably ought to have someone else sign
Phil
off as
Ransom's the president.
someone ought to be the approving officer on that travel, I think. Not that I have a problem with it,
Yeah.
but I think
But
that's
for-
checks and balances.
We'll just run it through next week along with that transfer too then. We can do the transfer next week then, because that's,
Is that what the transfer is for?
I think so,
Yeah.
Okay.
Travel for $500.
Oh, see, this is a separate one.
Okay, I grabbed these off of
I
here.
think those are still those still go in there.
Yes.
This is Fair Board. That's a separate one.
This is a blanket.
Yeah.
You showed him about District 3 sign.
I did.
Yeah, very good.
He's a quick learner. He's got that ink pen that just.
I'm gonna need a whole box of them up here.
We got him right here. We got him right back here.
But listen, we're out.
Oh, we're out of ink? We're out of ink?
Yeah, I threw the box away today.
Oh, we'll have to get Duffy to order some more ink pen. We keep ink pens back there. And
We're out.
usually, yeah, I usually
I
keep
got a whole
them.
bunch of free ones.
Do you? Cool.
3 is good. Okay.
That one is separate.
Okay, I'd entertain a motion to approve the purchase orders and travel claims.
I'll move that we approve purchase orders and travel claims.
I'll second that.
Okay, it's been moved and it's been seconded. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Bobbit,
Hi.
Stinson.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item D, blanket purchase orders. Motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve blankets.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been
I was
moved.
reading. I can't do both. Okay.
It's been moved and it's been seconded. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Bobbit,
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Now this is what we do to get our blankets in place. So now from this day forward, they can charge up to $1,000. So he's the requisitioning for the emergency manager, and then we sign here that we approve the blanket. We're approving the blanket here, right?
Gotcha.
And then when it comes back through afterwards is when you see all the stuff and it comes through to be paid. But that's just the blanket.
Excellent.
Okay, item E is P-card payment authorization to BOA for $349.98.
And actually, it's $2 on the next page. She
Okay.
flip to the next page. There was $2.33 in tax, so we're not paying that. And then there's
On
an email
parking
where she
fee.
emailed them up. Yeah, they charged tax. It was in Delaware.
In Delaware?
Delaware.
I think,
That's
it's, or that's where it was billed out of. Is that what it
Well,
says?
yeah, it's for Brandon Fetters.
Well, here's the next.
Long Reach.
Long ways from Great County.
Oh, Oklahoma City, I guess. Huh? Renaissance.
Renaissance at Oklahoma City for the parking.
Delaware.
And they
restaurant.
charged $29.33, and it should have just been. I think if you keep going on past there, and keep going, because it should have just been 27. So she took the $2.33 off.
I didn't even
and
know
she
they
emailed
charged tax on parking. I've never heard of
them.
that.
I
Yeah.
had neither.
They didn't charge tax on the room, but they charged
I think I would do that.
$2.33 on the parking.
Yeah.
So she emailed
We got
that
one
one that
more
has
here.
the sign sheet
Okay.
shows where she emailed them to request.
Okay.
them.
Yeah,
there
for
it is.
233. There he
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Oh, something, okay. All right. So the
So-
$349.98 is correct.
Actually, it's minus the 233.
So what are we approving?
347.56 is it?
50.
Or we-
347.65.
and they did.
Okay.
Can we go with that?
No,
You mean for a motion?
Yeah, yeah,
We
do.
did, but they
Um,
failed to sign
I move that
off
we
on
pay the
Tracy's
P-card
scrap.
payment
She's
authorization
the one who signed it.
$347.56.
65. 65.
65.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, this is two separate deals.
You
And
gotta,
then we need to check on the deal on
Okay, that was all hooked on.
they're all Bank of Oklahoma, but they're to each different, each
But other than that,
one.
everything else.
But we have to sign each one.
Yeah, got to sign that. Yeah, I've got about 4 pages there to sign.
Okay, okay,
And I moved and Steve seconded. Oh no, Steve moved and I seconded.
okay. Steve moved and you seconded.
Yes. Okay.
All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Aye.
Bobbit, Stinson.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Commissioner Stinson just says everything out of order.
Hey, you know what? That keeps it mixed up a little bit. Make sure everybody's paying attention. I see the dance I did at the end of the day.
That's the only place. I'll have to sign this here too.
Penny's seen us.
And I don't know what.
We'll have to have a Christmas party sometime, won't we?
That's the,
No,
that's
that
the
isn't,
other
Yeah,
Documentation.
that's that one up there at the top. Oh wait, here.
I'll have to sign this one
Yeah,
up here.
yeah.
Punch will definitely be spiked at that one.
I hate it. I'm colorblind, I think. Thank you.
Okay. So. That this P cards, we've only been doing P cards for maybe a year, and you have to go through. No, been longer than that because I've had to go through the class again.
Yeah,
so
me
a
too.
couple
So
of
it's
years.
been- yeah.
So every 2 years. So anyway, it takes training before you can do P cards.
Right.
So, but we are doing them limited when it's for traveling and stuff.
Yes, you about gotta have something like
Yeah.
that anymore. Where do you do training for that at?
They have it at different places. Usually it's at a conference. Like last time it was at the county officers and deputies training or conference they had in Norman.
Oh,
which
they
was
just
they
have
just
a
had
section
it.
that's
Yeah,
like that.
a breakout session for that. Sometimes they'll have a class. Maybe it's Stillwater
Thank
or
you.
something. Cindy's going to have to get with you and go through all the class trainings and kind of walk you through, kind of figure out what you got to do.
Gotcha,
I'm your
girl.
one of your new buddies.
I'm gonna have plenty. I'm gonna have a lot of buddies.
Yes, you are.
Well, I mean-
That's why I said one of your buddies.
What time are we supposed to open bids?
9:30.
Okay.
Excellent.
Bid opening for bid 05-2019, moving of portable buildings at 9:30. So
I'd move to open bid package 05-2019 for the portable buildings.
I second that.
okay, it's been moved and been seconded to open the bid. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Bobbitt,
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
Did we get a bunch?
We got one.
One.
Perfect. I don't even have to look at it.
Yeah. But it is the one that I like. He's the one who originally moved.
Yep.
us, but I mean, I
Okay.
did send
Bring 'em
the
on.
2 to 3.
Yeah.
It's the one that you liked? That was seven.
Yeah, I mean, it's
She
the one
talked to
that,
three.
It's
I
one
talked
you,
to three
one he's
different
hoping
ones.
for, probably. Yeah.
But the other guy kind of gave
Main
me a
Properties
bid
from
over the
Skytech.
phone and never submitted the stuff and
Get that
never
lot,
got back
don't you?
with me. And this guy's been in contact with me 2 or 3 times.
Shows you he really wants to.
$28,000. Moving and blocking is $22,000 for moving and blocking the buildings, and
Yeah, the breezeway remove. Yeah, using the existing materials
Yes.
between the building, the 6,000 to move that and set it back up. That's not bad.
now what? 28,000 total, 6,000 for that.
Oh, good. And everything's signed this time.
It is.
All signed and notarized.
Yeah. You guys want to look at that?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
And I actually did send, he had called and requested pictures and things, so I sent him pictures. So my question is it the lot, like when you go in on from the east side, is it, and there's that little driveway there, is it just on there and not the lot over here?
No, no. Yeah, where that one pole is sitting. I had some pink flag that was
Oh,
over
okay.
here, but we're gonna get it as close to that pole and as
Like
close
they've got
to
that little
the.
fenced in
Yeah, we're gonna
stuff?
get.
Okay.
We want to get away from that because it's got those solar panels. We don't
Oh,
want to block
okay.
the sunlight off of
Okay.
it.
Give me a brief catch up on what you're talking about here. I mean, I understand this. I just where are we talking about?
We are renovating our courthouse, so everybody's got to move out. We're
Okay.
taking all the walls down and redoing all of the electrical and everything. So we've purchased 2 portable. The schools, Polka City Schools, had 2 portable buildings they had used, and they had a breezeway between it, arched over. So they were used for classrooms. So each building is 24 by 60, and each one has about 2 big classroom structures and bathrooms in the middle. So we're going to move this first floor into that, and we're going to move it.
Temporary offices.
Yeah, and it's going to be over there on Front Street. Do you remember where the Soil Conservation had their temporary buildings when they were building their new one? They're on Front Street. You know where my old district shop is, and it's to the south about 2 blocks.
Okay.
And on the west side of the road, we're going to move them in there. We're paying lot rent of $750 a month on lot rent to hook up there. So we're going to move these buildings there.
Okay.
And then the courthouse, the court floor, everybody on the court system is going to move up to my district shop. I've got a space up there. We're going to move them. And the district attorney, we're renting an office space up by the Salt Plains Bedford Clinic to get everybody out. So we're hoping
So it will be in the portable, it will be the assessor's, commissioner's office,
Is that why they do the
treasurer's.
remodeling and things like that? That's what you're talking about. So
Right.
how long are they expecting that to take?
6 to 8 months. 6 to 8 months.
So you'll do one floor at a time?
Well, we'll be all out, but they're going to start on the 3rd floor and move down. But nobody will be in here at all, so that they can tear down all the walls and put in all. Our problem is our electrical right now. Our electrical is all messed up because we've got breakers on the 2nd floor for the 1st floor. We've got breakers on the 1st floor for the 3rd floor, and we don't, you know.
Well, it's an old building.
Yeah, they wherever they could find room to put it in. So that's what we're doing.
All right. Well, that catches me up then. That's all I needed to know.
So we need a motion to.
And that's probably isn't too bad of a price there for that deal either. So.
Okay, we need a motion to accept this bid.
I will move that we accept the bids for the moving of the portable buildings.
From
Bain Properties.
Bain.
Yeah.
Bain Properties.
Properties.
Okay, Bain Properties out of Skytook, Oklahoma.
I will second that for $28,000.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Hess.
Aye.
Bobbitt.
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Yeah, if we can get a hold of them right
I
after the
will do that
meeting,
immediately.
so we can get that
The
moving
sooner we get
forward.
those over here, the
And
faster,
give
right?
him Robert Moss's mobile phone. His is 8953, so he can tell us where he wants those drives put in, and we'll get those
Okay.
drives. We'd like to get those drives put in if we could, maybe this week,
Okay.
so they'll have time to settle.
So when they're done, I mean, when this is all completed, or will the county then probably surplus those buildings, or is there something else we need to use?
Well, we'll
for?
decide that
Okay.
whether we're going to move them to one. You have one, I have one, or
right.
we move them up to Cindy's office, or what we do with them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an option if you want an office. Since you don't have a very good office in Palm Creek, you could maybe move one there, and Max might want one up there for his office or something. So
Well, I was just curious.
Yeah.
I figured it'd be something like that. If we didn't need it, we'd probably surplus it or something
Right.
like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Because there'll be people asking.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
there
we
We're
will.
going to ask, hey,
Yeah.
what are you going to do with them when you're done?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Yep. Okay. Item G, 06-2019A, notice to bidder, revised bid 06-2019. Information. Technology relocation of courthouse offices.
And I think Cindy and Tim, yeah,
So Tim is around if there's any specific questions you'd like to ask him.
I think he looked at it this weekend and worked with you to
Yeah,
get
and
it.
then he
Get
emailed
it.
back saying he thought it looked okay to him.
So is this just moving of
The
communication
computers, yeah,
to the new offices?
to the the portable buildings, and then we've got to move phones and internet
Right.
to the DAs. And
Gotcha.
I've got all of that at my shop, but we're going to look at maybe adding security at all 3 locations. That was a suggestion by Tim, because right now we have security from the sheriff's office that takes care of this. So,
But maybe not as
but
much after
yeah, so.
Gotcha.
It looked good to me. Tim looked at it, and I was gonna, he knows the language.
Okay. Right here it says, I suppose these are the options on page 2, 1 of 2. Location 1 will need a 48 port. Location 2 will need a 24 port. And
But location 3, I've already got all that.
you've got that.
I've
already.
got.
That's your shop.
That's my shop.
Okay.
So I've already got all that.
Gotcha.
And you have enough there for all of that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. making sure we didn't need to add a
Yeah,
lot more.
no, we're good.
Yeah, it says down there, paragraph right before that wireless points should be installed at both locations. Access points need to provide full coverage of buildings for a minimum of 2, but not limited to 2 at location 1. So,
Yeah, that would be the portable buildings, the
Yes,
2 portable buildings.
gotcha. I just wanted to make sure that
Yeah.
we had,
Right. Yeah, the only thing on that is if we were going to have them bid the security cameras separate to see if we want to add them or
gotcha,
not. I mean,
gotcha.
So there'll be
Oh,
a
yeah, that'd be something that.
separate.
Separate,
So we'll
in
have
case we
a
didn't
package
use-
A, package B, package C if they want to bid on both of them together, and then an option 1 for the packages is to add the camera. That looks good to me.
Okay, it does to me too. So,
I'm good with it.
Okay, I'd make a motion to go out for revised bid 06 2019A for the IT relocation of the courthouse offices. Is
And
that
if
right?
I may, I'd made it 06 or 2019-06A.1 because we had that other revise that we had presented to the board, but it wasn't approved. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, that's
Okay,
fine.
okay.
A.1, okay.
Yeah.
So we just have a typo
Just-
on our...
yeah.
So let the record show that there was a typo on our agenda that should be 06-2019A.1,
Okay.
point 1. And that will be my motion to approve that bid.
Well, I'll give a second for that then.
okay, it's been moved and it's been seconded. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Bobbit,
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Do we know who's gonna be in the trailers together? Do we know that?
We haven't decided yet.
Because you mentioned the commissioner's office, my office, and the assessor's office in one. Is that correct?
No.
No.
There'll be like 2 offices in each building. So
Yeah.
like,
There's 4 rooms, and right now we've got basically 4 rooms. So if you move into one, the county clerk moves into one, the assessors and election board moves into one, and the emergency manager and the commissioners move into one. And we're going to see if there's enough room to put file cabinets in that one with a table behind for the board meetings. If not, we'll have the board meetings up at my district shop. So that's
Okay, you just mentioned it, so I thought
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
the decision
Yeah,
was
no.
already
so,
made.
so
So are you
basically
good
we're
with that?
dividing them in
You good with
half.
doing something like that? I mean, it's going to be an inconvenience.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
you
for
know it
everybody.
will for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, sure.
Just move over in Scott's
It doesn't matter if
building.
I'm good for it or not.
Yeah, yeah, because it's gonna,
They've already told me it doesn't matter.
it's gonna. That's kind of tough.
Yeah.
Scott, you got any room over there?
This is your first day on the job. You can just run.
Ooh, man.
Man, maybe we got some room over there in Scott's building.
it'd be on the 3rd floor.
There you go.
That's right.
On the third, yeah.
Plenty of room.
Or so, yeah, excuse me, 2nd floor, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be nice.
Okay.
Be
item
plenty of
8,
security. You worried
nationwide
about security? We got security there.
401A and 457B options.
Has got those back from Stephen.
no, awaiting a return from Stephen Young.
Waiting
Need a
on.
motion to table that then.
Yeah.
I'll move that we table that. G, this 06-219A.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to table. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Bobbit,
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
That's our deferred comp that we're
Okay.
a second
Motion's
retirement that we
tabled.
offer, but the Nationwide is changing the plan, and it's just a contract he has to
Gotta
sign.
adjust it,
He
yeah.
has to assign our
He's
district.
gonna look it over.
He
and-
has to. Any contract that comes through here,
Uh-huh.
he has to sign. Not to whether he approves the
Right.
contract, but as to whether the form of it is legal. That's all it is. As to form
So
only.
that's kind of what we're
That's
waiting
it.
on.
Yeah, as to
Right.
form only. Right.
Wait on that little stamp right there.
Says as to form only. So.
Okay, and that brings us down to item I, COM data policies and procedures updated of establishing COM data cards. And this here is, we've been kind of waiting on Stephen, and he has stamped it.
You
So-
signed off on it.
Yes, and Cindy's worked with other clerks. She's called around and got people's input on that and found out that there really wasn't a policies and procedures. So she's developed this, and now others are wanting her to send them her copy.
There's no policies.
Huh?
There's no policies and procedures
I
on
even,
the
you know,
COM data?
evidently, Stephen was down here and asked us for policies and procedures on that and stuff. They called Major County, who is using this deal, and they didn't have anything set up.
So I emailed all the clerks, and then no one had one, and then I had 2 clerks contact me wanting copies if we established one.
I make a motion to approve the ComData policy and procedures and update of the establishing ComData cards.
I'll second that.
Okay, it's been moved and it's been seconded to approve the ComData policies and procedures and update on the established ComData cards. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Bobbit,
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
Motion carried. And right back here on the last page, I therefore, is that a page that we're going to have each one supervised, each person sign?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
sign that.
I'll send you a copy.
Here's a copy of that, Steve.
Okay. Oh my. Quit knocking
All right,
stuff over.
yeah. So, and then you'll have to get with Cindy and decide who you want to have cards or what vehicles. These cards are assigned to vehicles, not to
And
people.
then each employee, the way I
Gets a
understand it,
pin.
they get a PIN number.
And each employee
And then
gets
each
a pin.
PIN number is tied to a certain employee, so whenever you turn in the tickets, that PIN number is associated with that employee, and the card
Yeah.
stays with the
So-
vehicle.
So you don't have to have every employee have one.
I was prepared though. I have Steve Stinson's name on it
Oh, yeah,
instead of I remember.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
added.
yeah.
Yeah.
So do we need to sign that one too?
I just made 2. I just had 2 copies. Just do you want to
You
know?
might as well in case you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Since you've got it, we might as well sign them both.
Okay, brings us down to item J, courthouse renovation and relocation of offices.
I don't know if we have anything on that.
I don't have anything. None. Okay, item 8, new business. Cindy, do you have any new business?
I do not.
Do you not? Steve, this is the time whenever something happens that from the time that the agenda is posted till now, if something's come up,
You're able to, if it's new, you can bring it up.
yes,
Certain
we deal with that.
If
Certain
it's certain,
things.
yeah, it's very, very
Yeah.
limited
Right.
on what it is. Yeah.
No, guys,
You got commissioner comments where you can make comments.
okay. This new business, though, I want to bring this up. As mayor, I noticed this ambulance service deal in Palm Creek is going to be an issue as far as the money goes. So what I'd like to do is just put a bug in you all's ear about something we're going to have to address with county money as far as not raising any taxes, but maybe appropriation of some of the county tax money towards EMS in Palm Creek, because they do all of District 3 plus more, plus into Cindy's district, they do a lot of work. And this is something that we can discuss at any time. It's not something that needs to be done right now, but it's going to be an issue down the road. As the way I understand it, in 2021 is when that comes up for a revote. You guys may check my work on that as far as that's going to come up.
February 28th.
I talked to a lot of people when I was out campaigning. You're not going to get anybody that's really going to resist this tax being renewed. We need to really consider trying to get it perpetual when we do it. I think we tried to do that last time and it just didn't happen. But I'm telling you what, when it comes to people's emergency services and the people that I've talked to, it's a very serious deal. And what we're getting into is Palm Creek employs, as you guys have seen, they employ paramedics out of Enid in order to keep their service going, because if they miss calls during the day whenever the volunteers are working and things like that, that became a concern. So they've been paying a lot of wages out of, 2 people to be there on a 12-hour basis during the day to make sure that we're served. And Palm Creek goes everywhere from all of District 3 plus over to Lamont. Outside of Lamont, they do a lot, so they cover a lot. What's going to be the issue is that, and I don't know if it's going to be when it comes up for a revote and it actually goes, we may have to put the verbiage in there then, or if we could possibly do it before then. It's basically, in a nutshell, it's the expenses of what they have to do for that service, and as many people in this county that they serve, there's going to have to be more money thrown at Palm Creek's ambulance. Something to consider. Like I said,
Yeah.
this is nothing
Well-
tomorrow. I wanted to bring that up just so you guys can have it on your mind.
It's been on our mind a lot, Steve. You know, whenever we go to talking about this, that's something that the ESA people need to talk about, and we need to be having us as commissioners, since that's county tax money and it has to come through us,
Yes.
and that's the law, that it's not that we're trying to step in and
No.
influence that or nothing.
Absolutely. And I know that that's got to be appropriated, and there's going to have to be some other verbiage in there and things like that of how that's worded. But it's going to be an issue, and it's not something I'm trying to scare people. When I would talk to them about it, I have our EMS people in Palm Creek have been, and they're going to take steps to control that spending a lot more. But it's going to have to be looked at, because there's a lot of people and older people in our county that when you tell them they may not have ambulance service, they get real nervous, and understandably. But I didn't use that to try to scare people. This is just the facts, and this is what it is. Now there's going to have to be they're going to have to make some changes down there too, to spend their money a little better, and they do have things in the works. But I'm just saying that here pretty soon it's going to have to be addressed, because that affects everything. That's all I needed to say on that. There wasn't
Okay.
nothing we needed to
Okay.
vote on or anything. I just wanted to bring that up.
Cindy, do you have anything?
No.
I don't either. Item 9, commissioners' comments.
So what budget?
You guys have anything? I just want to say something really quick that I look forward to working with everybody in this building. I look forward to learning. I know there's a lot I can learn from these two individuals up here, and I look forward to that. I'm going to need, I know there's not much of a grace period, but there's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to need help on, and that's understandable. But I look forward to working with you all. I appreciate the opportunity to do that from the people that voted me in. Everybody in this building is going to have some part of my life, for at least the rest of this term. So, and that's important to me. It really is. I want to work very closely with everyone, because hey, it's a team effort. I've explained to the workers down there, because communication is great to me, even with with my guys and with these commissioners especially, and everybody in this building. Communication is very important to me. I want you guys to know that I am very approachable. I know that there's things that I'm going to learn a lot from you all. There's things that maybe I can bring to the table too. So look forward to the opportunity. Appreciate getting voted here, and I'm really looking forward to working.
Okay.
That's it.
Cindy, what do you have?
Back at you, Steve. I'm looking forward to it too. I think it'll be a good working relationship, and trust me, you'll learn something. I've been in 15 years and I'm still learning stuff. I mean, when you stop learning is when it's time to move over. Mm-hmm. So it's workable. And I know I can. My first meeting when I was elected, I came in and I was appointed the emergency manager. And that was a really tough one, and thank goodness now we have a full-time emergency manager. But these are just some of your boards. There's more things that you'll do. You'll find out it's more than just roads and bridges. Most people think that's all commissioners do is roads and bridges, but it's way more than roads and bridges. Of course, that's a big part of it as well.
Absolutely.
So we'll we'll work through that. So with that, we are working back. The rain has stopped again, so we're back working and doing some shale work, and our low water crossing over by Lamont, we are hoping to finish that up this week. My road foreman is going to be having major surgery, and he will be gone about 2 months, and he leaves, I think it's the 22nd is his surgery, so he'll be out of pocket for a couple of months. Be a tough time. It's supposed to have happened in January, but through no fault of his own, insurance, all that stuff, that it's just taken a while. So we're doing that. This week I've got a couple of different conference calls, and then I'll be going to the Capitol one day. I'm also going down for Women in Transportation is their annual banquet. Last year I was the Woman of the Year, so this year I will be presenting the Woman of the Year, and it'll be to Angie Anger. She is the ODOT face of ODOT. She does all of their communications and outreach. She's worked there for about 30 years. So we'll have a big banquet down there at the theater, the what's that new theater down, the old theater that they've redone,
In Oklahoma City?
yeah, I can't think what it's called down there, but it's down by the Skirvin Hotel down there. So that's what I've got going on this week.
Okay. Well, I don't have a whole lot. I welcome Steve on board. Look forward to working with you. And if there's anything I can do, just let me know.
Oh, there will be.
I know that it's slim pickings, but what pickings there are there, you're welcome to. So, anyway, you know, we're getting here to springtime, summertime. We're all getting ready for Memorial Day. We're going to start spraying and mowing and stuff, just cautioning everybody to be careful about that. I know that a lot of deer out there crossing the road nowadays, and we have a lot of accidents and things and stuff. I had an employee hit a deer this morning. So it's one of them deals that is out there and always on our mind, and we get used to it here because we got so many deer, thank goodness. But we all like to hunt. Anyway, I look forward to having you on board, Steve. You'll get notices for your meetings and things, and the more you get involved, the more I think you learn. When you go down to Oklahoma City and you get involved in things down there, it helps us as a board here to deal with stuff. Issues of insurance raising and things like that we have to deal with, unfortunately, all the time and stuff. But we're grading roads and getting ready, doing the normal stuff. I don't have any phone calls to make this week, so that'll be good. Anyway, that's about all of my comments.
I've got one I'd like to bring you up to date on Senate Bill 400. And Steve, I hope you'll get involved with the legislative process, because the Capitol can be your friend or your foe. They seem to push down so many unfunded mandates, as you're probably well aware of, as coming from county or city, that we have to stay on top of this. The Senate Bill 400, they're revamping the verbiage on that, and that's the one that they're trying to limit what county does within our right-of-ways. They're trying to take away some of our powers and give it to the Corporation Commission on water lines from the oil field and stuff.
So they want the money from
yeah,
it.
well,
That's what they would like.
That's 1250. Excuse me. That's House Bill 1250. 400 is the one. God, I made so many calls on bills. Yeah, that's 1250. Yeah, and then Senate Bill 1257 is the one that is gone through both committees. We just need one more vote on it. That's the one we're going to be able to raise our deferred comp. Right now, we can only put in $50 for our employees. That we're going to remove that cap. 400. Max, help me out. I wrote a whole bunch of letters on that last week.
That's one that the population.
Yeah, the population one. They're trying to have counties. Right now, counties can help towns of population of 5,000 or less. They're trying to raise that. They're trying to. It's a very, very you got to really do a lot of work before you can do that. You got to have interlocal agreements, and obviously you can't just take. You got county money that you need to spend out on your rural roads, and they're trying to take and have population of 150,000, which is every town in Oklahoma except Oklahoma City and Tulsa, and they're wanting counties to help on their road projects. There's just no way. We don't have enough money to do our roads and bridges, let alone help towns and cities.
It'll take money away from rural
roads.
and
Yeah.
put it into cities where you've got more voting, so it makes it political. So if you have somebody that has a housing addition down here by Enid, they want you to come in and pave the roads in their deal. That's going to allow us to use county funds to do that. And if you want my vote, you're going to pave my road. And that just makes an extra stress on county money for our
Cities have
local people.
cities have their different form of government. They can have sales tax, where counties can only have 2 cents, and right now we've got it 1 1/4. And
Let me ask you guys this, just as an opinion. Pond Creek, where their electricity comes in, OG&E, see, we buy our electricity from OMPA, okay? Comes in on OG&E's power lines. So a lot of times, it would be right at Jim Kent's house where he lives there just north of Pond Creek. Just to the south of his house is a half-mile road. The poles that supplies Pond Creek's electricity comes right down that half-mile line and hooks into us. What we've had a lot of times is, and this comes to your question of helping communities out, we got with Pat, we got with OG&E and things like that. What happens is when your power goes out, the roads are usually muddy, whether it's ice storms, thawing, things like that goes on. Well, our biggest problem is when the trucks get wind, blows those poles over, or they've got to get in there, the lines have come down. That road right there, the city is willing to put in money to either buy the shale and have it shipped to put some substance on that road where those trucks, because the OG&E trucks will come in, but then they have to be pulled out by bulldozers. So they'll get in there. It's just the access to it. So I guess my question is the city was willing to buy the shale and haul the shale. Can the county help them out as far as spreading the shale? It is a county road.
Absolutely. That's
You know what I'm saying?
In the local agreements, I do that all the time with oil companies and whatever. I do it with, absolutely.
It is a county road.
Yeah,
It's not.
Yeah, no.
So, I'm just, these are little things.
Yeah, we have interlocal agreements to do that, and where you're just, it's going to help.
Now, how far can you go as far as maybe the city, and I'm just throwing this out there because it'll be asked, because I was on that side. What about if the city purchases the shale? Well, can the county haul it?
That's each individual.
And that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm asking.
You've got to
You've got to be able to see that you've got the funding to do it.
Yeah,
of course,
and some of those questions you have to talk to the DA on. You have to get permission, but things need to be just.
That was my question. Yeah. Where do I got to go?
Yeah, a lot of that's going to go up to your DA.
Okay.
And you need to know too, like on some of our roads coming into our towns, Waukeeta's that way, Manchester's that way. In my district, have a half-mile line road, which is only a 33-foot. Temporary, it's an easement deal that was signed.
Right.
Instead of being a full width 66-foot right of way, it's only a 33-foot.
Gotcha.
That will make a difference on what you can do, how far out you can go.
And there's spots to where there's really bad drainage that comes on that particular road. I may say, hey, Pond Creek, you guys buy those culverts to put in there to fix that, and we can help you get them put in if we need to.
Yeah,
Stuff
we do
like
that. Well, we do that even with farmers. They'll buy the culvert or the tube, and we'll go set it and put it on there. But some of those.
And I knew that was in place. I knew there was things. I just want to.
Yeah.
I guess any questions that I might have on that, as far as to what degree the county pays for or whatever or does, I may have to just ask. That's my
Yeah,
that's
would-
my biggest question.
I'd
is
say
where do I
the
go?
first year or two is you got to really your purchasing procedures. You need to get into a purchasing class
Yeah,
and what you can and cannot do because
absolutely.
there's a lot of things you can't do. There's a lot of things cities can do that counties can't
Absolutely,
Mhm.
I understand
So-
And
that.
I do have a purchasing manual that I can make you a copy
do. Well, it's
of.
on.
and then-
There's the commissioner's manual is online. If
Oh,
you go to
okay.
the ECHO website,
Okay.
it's like 600, 700 pages, but it's broke down and it's pretty good if you look at it online because it'll take you directly to the statute that says if it's not in the statute, basically you can't do it.
Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
everything we do is statute
Oh,
driven.
and I'm
Yeah.
going to be geared towards making sure that's all done right.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that.
I think that's what we're here for, is to help our cities and towns and to be proactive, and especially if the cities and towns willing to buy the culverts or the
Right.
shale. As to what I decide to do to help,
Right.
that's
Well, when you live in a county like we do, that's population of what it is. I mean, it's pretty much all rural.
Yep.
Cities are not. I mean, so anyway, okay. Well, thank you for that. I'll be sure and check with him on what they can do if we.
Okay, that brings us down to my favorite time of the day, adjournment.
Well, if nobody has any other, I'll motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded at 10:40 to adjourn. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Bobbit,
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Can I ask you what budget you were using?